We are live, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the Nolan Hawkeye Anthony YouTube channel. And I thank all of you for being here, wherever you may be. And of course, however you may be listening. Wow. What an absolute turn of events this has been with regards to the Iowa Hawkeye football team. I got to say, I'm not surprised necessarily. I said this a while back, and I quite frankly, I said it many times, that when you have a team that has a defense that is as good as Iowa's defense is, and you have a special teams that is as good as Iowa's special teams is, you will always have a chance to win any football game. Now, that's mostly true. I would say there's only been 2 games that Iowa has not had a chance to win because they were outclassed. That would be against Ohio State and against Michigan. But by and large, Iowa has had a chance and has nearly won every single game that they have been in the running for. Just give me a moment to share this out, guys. I want to share this out properly before I really dive into this victory. Wow. What a turnaround, folks. What a turnaround. This Iowa defense really is absolutely incredible. Why is Iowa football not pulling up? Come on now. Oh, great. I'm going to have to share this out again. By the way, if you guys want to share this out, you absolutely can. And if you guys want to donate, send a super chat to the channel. Now would definitely be the time. We are in just an incredible time. Iowa 1 win away from the Big Ten championship. And I've had you covered every step of the way, guys. I really have. I really have. Oh my gosh, we already got the chat loaded. We really do. I don't know why Iowa football's not popping up here on Twitter, but F it. I can't worry about it. I'll send it out later. All right, guys, let's dive into it. Okay. What a game. It did not shake out at all any differently than what I expected. I did not expect Iowa's offense to suddenly become, what we have been hoping they could become. They are below average, guys. This offense is below average. And of late, they have made just enough plays to win football games. And, well, that is the recipe. The recipe is to have your defense keep you in the game, and not just keep you in the game, but make plays, and the special teams as well, to put you over the hump. It's actually the offense that is asked to just make enough plays, 1 or 2 plays, to maybe change the trajectory of the game. But other than that, just hold pat. Just don't make any mistakes. Just hold pat. The defense and the special teams will get it done. And this is an excellent case study in how far a dominant defense can take you in a football season. This Iowa defense, in my opinion, and I said this before the season, I told you guys that this defense was no joke, that it had talent on every level of the football field, defensive line, linebackers, secondary. And it's true. This is probably going to go down. At the very least, that's the way it is now. This is one of Kirk Ferentz's best defenses. Phil Parker's definitely, I would say this is Phil Parker's best defensive performance ever. This is one of Kirk Ferentz's best defensive teams in his era, if not the best. It's certainly the best in the past 10 years. Let's look at the stats real quick. Spencer Petras went 15 to 24 for 221 yards, 0 TDs, and 0 INTs. To be honest, that's not a bad stat line. Spencer Petras was fairly accurate. He made a lot of good throws, or some decent throws. Where Iowa struggled was in the red zone. They did not make it in the red zone. And that was something at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of the season, that I said would be something to watch for. And I was hoping that Sam Laporta would become that red zone target that Iowa could, really count on. And it's not that they can't count on him necessarily. It's just, he has not become a dominant force in the red zone. Iowa really doesn't have it at all. And so they struggle in the red zone. If they cannot run the football into the end zone, there's a good chance that they're going to settle for a field goal. Now, as far as Spencer Petras goes, I would say he probably had a B-level game, B minus. You consider his stats and the fact that he was on the road in a hostile environment in a very, very, very important football game. And, his performance was okay. He made a good throw at the beginning of the game to Sam Laporta that set Iowa up. I can't remember if they scored a touchdown or a field goal. I think they ended up settling for a field goal on that possession. They hit Sam Laporta yet again on multiple occasions in what is considered explosive plays that put them in a position to score the football. Now, in the end, the MVP of the game, well, maybe not the MVP of the game, but the guy who sealed the victory for the Iowa Hawkeyes was Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell, Jack be quick, Jack be nimble. I forget which comedian who would always say that. I think that was, what was his name? I can't remember. It was the guy who, acted like he was a New Yorker. He would always wear the leather jacket. And he would do this thing. He would do the smoking thing. But anyways, I digress. Jack Campbell made the plays that Iowa needed to win this football game. He was in on the fumble, if not forcing the fumble, 100%. I don't know. It was kind of hard to tell who exactly it was, but Jack Campbell absolutely made a play on the ball on Ibrahim, and the ball came loose, and Iowa got the football. Now, ultimately, they did nothing with it, but they got the ball again. And Minnesota got the ball, and Jack Campbell made an interception. He was ruled back. He went to score, he went on to score a touchdown, but it was ruled back, and Iowa escaped with a field goal, winning the football game. What a game, guys. What a game. Caleb Johnson had 8 carries for 43 yards. Not a bad night. 5.4 yards per carry. Kind of surprised they didn't go to him more. LaShawn Williams, 11 carries for 38 yards. Gavin Williams, 2 carries for 8 yards. Sam Laporta had an excellent game with 5 receptions for 106 yards for 21.2 yards per reception. Excellent game by Sam Laporta. He would be in the top 3 conversation for the MVP of this game. Luke Lachey had 4 receptions for 6 yards, 16.5 yards a reception. Great game for him. It's good to see that because Iowa is obviously going to have to replace Sam Laporta, and it's good to see what Iowa potentially has at the tight end position. Looking forward to next year. Brody Brecht, 2 receptions for 21 yards. Nico Ragaini, a.k.a. Nico Regaini, 1 reception, 11 yards. Arlen Bruce, 1 for 7. Man, Arlen Bruce has had a pretty quiet season, guys. I think Arlen Bruce is better. He is best as a sidekick. In other words, when if the team he's on has a solid number one, he is best in a secondary role where he can help in the run game and the passing game. Addison Ostranga, the true freshman, got in on the game with 1 reception for 6 yards. It looks like he is possibly the next solid Iowa tight end. Drew Stevens, what a year Drew Stevens has had as a true freshman kicker. Iowa is set at the kicking position for the next 3 years. This guy has come in and he has been money. He has been money from the moment he stepped on to the field. Torrey Taylor averaged 42.4 yards per punt. Let's look at the team stats, and then I'm going to go to the comments. Total yards, 280 to 399. Minnesota definitely had more yards than Iowa, but that's not surprising. That's usually how it is. Passing yards, 221 to 87. Rushing yards, 312 to 59. Minnesota absolutely gashed Iowa in the run game. 6.1 yards per carry to 5.4. First downs, 18 to 13. Third down efficiency, 8 of 16 to 3 of 11. Total plays, 52 to 65. Punts, 3 to 5. Penalties, 0-0. Wow, no penalties, no penalty yards. Fumbles lost, Minnesota had 1. And they had an interception thrown, which ultimately was the difference in the game. The 2 turnovers were the difference in this game. Time of possession, 35-13 for Minnesota to 24-47 for Iowa. All right, let me look at the comments. What a game, guys. Iowa is absolutely in the driver's seat for the Big Ten championship. At the very least, to win the Big Ten West. This is incredible, guys. Absolutely incredible. Peyton Hobart, go Hawks. Amen. Shay Amos, let's go Hawks, baby. Let's go. I love it. Refs almost screwed us. True. Refs are human beings. They're imperfect. It's not an easy job. I'm not saying that they should be let off the hook, but it's not an easy job that they do. Peyton Hobart, luckiest game this year. Ohio State almost lost to Maryland. Michael Morin, I'm on cloud 9. Me too, brother. Me too. We are so lucky. Ibrahim is a beast. Mark and Becky Goodell take the defensive win. The last too many drives, Campbell got robbed from a pick 6, and the game clock wasn't a surprise from the commies in Minneapolis at the end. True. Michael Takahashi, Ibrahim was such a monster throughout the game. He is. I mean, Ibrahim is a top 3 draft pick. I mean, he's going to be one of the top running backs drafted in this upcoming draft. I mean, now the hope from an Iowa fan is that Caleb Johnson can become close to what Ibrahim is. I mean, how awesome would that be if Iowa had a running back who was anywhere near as productive as Ibrahim is? Brian Howe, you're the man, Nolan. You're usually right on the money about what you're talking about. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Michael Takahashi, Iowa is the definition of defying all odds. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, this absolutely is a case study in how far you can go with your defense. I think you're going to be hard pressed to find any team that has been as poor as Iowa has been offensively and still be 7-4 on the season. I mean, can you guys remember previous years where the offense was complained about and they were way better than the offense we have now? Now, I want to say this, folks. Just because Iowa is 7-4 does not mean that I am letting Brian Ferentz or Kirk Ferentz off the hook with what needs to be addressed offensively for this Iowa football team. It's great that they're 7-4, and it's great that they are in the driver's seat to repeat as Big Ten West champs. But the fact of the matter is, if Iowa wants to take that next step, which I believe they are capable of making, they have the athletes, they have the coaches, then we have to continue to be critical as fans and ask for more offensively. because I'm not sure how much longer Iowa can continue to get away with this. Iowa's defense next year will be good. I mean, it will. Will it be as good as this year's? Probably not. It'll be good, but not as good as this year. And will that still be enough to win you 8-9 games? I think no. I don't think it's possible for much longer. So I am not excusing that. And this game offensively was yet again a below average performance. Iowa's defense, make no mistake, Iowa's defense bailed them out yet again in this game on the road. A win is a win, but that is the fact. Here we go. Iowa is atop of the Big Ten West. Illinois is a game behind Iowa and Purdue. And as long as Iowa wins their next game against Nebraska, they will be Big Ten West champs. Last but not least, I will give Iowa's defense an A grade. Their special teams, I'll give it an A- on the game. Overall, very, very good. What a year. What a game. Guys, I have never been a part. Being an Iowa Hawkeye fan is so difficult. It really is. I have never been a part of a season that has been so up and down, with the lows being very, very low and the highs being pretty high. I mean, not as high as it gets, but pretty high. All right, a couple more comments. If you guys want to donate to the channel, you absolutely can. And then we will get out of here. I appreciate all you guys' support. I really, really do. You guys have no idea how grateful I am for what we have built on this YouTube channel. Winning in ways that simply don't make sense. Nebraska is going to be close as F. Might be. It might be. I mean, should it be close? No, but Iowa will find a way to keep Nebraska in the game. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, Iowa's style of game allows them to inch past in astonishing fashion teams like Minnesota, Purdue, Wisconsin, but at the same time, it allows them to possibly lose games against teams like Nebraska, teams that they should not lose to or be close to in any regard. I mean, that's why ultimately they lost to a shiny Iowa State team, because Iowa's style of play is keep the game close and allow us to win the game at the end and get out of here safe and sound with a win, very close at the end. I mean, can you argue with the results? I don't love it, but at the end of the day, can you argue with the results? It's tough to say. It's very tough to say. Watching USC and UCLA right now, Iowa needs to do something different for offense by 2024. Agreed. Brian Hull, the games we have won is not because of what Brian Ferentz has done. I could not agree more. In fact, I would say Iowa has won in spite of Brian Ferentz and, in a lot of regards, Kirk Ferentz as well. Fast outdoor food. Iowa is very stressful to watch. Amen, brother. All right, guys, we are going to get out of here. Thank you guys thank you everybody for being here. This channel continues to grow. You guys are the best fans in the world. I love doing this. I really do. Iowa State MID. I could not be happier with what we have built here. Iowa will be playing Nebraska at home for a chance to go to the Big Ten championship game. Thanksgiving is coming up. It's that time of season. I am filled with joy. This time of the year always gets me giddy inside. It always gets me warm and fuzzy and happy. So I hope you guys feel the same joy that I feel. I really, really do. And if I don't see you guys before then, I will say a happy early Thanksgiving. Iowa, again, will be playing Nebraska. Not that Nebraska has a chance to play in the Big Ten West Championship, but Iowa will play Nebraska. And as long as they win, they will be in the Big Ten West Championship games. All right, guys. I will see you guys next time. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're not already. And last but not least, DBAP, don't be a pussy willow and facts or feelings, because you're